Welcome to ERi-TV English News Broadcast, dear viewers. I'm your reporter Bersaba Taghla, and these are the major headlines for today. President Isaias returns from concluding a two-day visit to Kenya. Fenkil Operation commemoration commences today, 10 February. South Africa declares national state of disaster over crippling energy crisis. And Beijing says proposed property ban on Chinese is a violation of market economy rules. On your local reports, President Isaias Afwerki and his delegation in the morning hours of today, 10 February, returned home concluding a two-day fruitful visit to Kenya on invitation of President William Ruto. In a joint communique the foreign ministers of the two countries signed, Eritrea and Kenya agreed to deepen relations across the political, economic, social and cultural areas. In this regard, they instructed the development of comprehensive plans of cooperation in various sectors, including agriculture, trade and investment, air transport, mining, education, renewable energy, water management, tourism, the blue economy, and regular integration. To facilitate growth in trade and connectivity between the two countries, the two leaders agreed to abolish the requirements of visas permanently effective from the signing of the communique and instructed their respective ministries of interior to work on the modalities for the ratification of the directive. President Ruto also announced the standing of a diplomatic mission representation in Asmara and instructed the Ministry of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs to commence the process of operationalizing the commitment. The two leaders, underscoring the need to maintain peace, security and stability in the Horn of Africa, affirmed their strong commitment to uphold the sovereignty and territorial integrity of states, as well as non-interference in domestic political processes of African countries by external forces. The two leaders also reaffirmed their commitment to strengthen cooperation at multilateral level and underscored the imperative for stronger cooperation to drive the African agenda at the global level at a time when dynamics beyond the continent continue to impact on the lives of the African people. In the spirit to further enhance regional integration, the two leaders discussed strategic cooperation between the two countries. In this regard, President Ruto thanked President Isaias Afwerki for his declaration to rejoin the regional organization IGAD. They also agreed to work closely with the rest of the member states to re-engineer IGAD, make it fit for purpose, and enable it to respond effectively to the needs of the region. The meeting between President Isaias Afwerki and President William Ruto was attended by Mr. Usman Saleh, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Presidential Advisor Mr. Yamana Gebrab, and Mr. Beiner Rusom, Eritrea's ambassador to Kenya. President Isaias Afwerki and his delegation visited a wind farm site in Kenya, and the two heads of state and government planted seedlings at State House as an emblem of Eritrea-Kenya ties of friendship and cooperation. The 33rd anniversary of Fenkil Operation commemoration commenced today, 10 February, with Eastern African Half Marathon Championship 2023. At the competition that athletes from Eritrea, Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda took part, Eritrean Olympian athlete Nazrit Wildu from the Central Region and athlete Yohannes Gebregergis, member of the national team, stood first from the females and men categories. Athlete Afwerki Burhane, member of the national team, and Kenyan athlete Muteti Daniel stood second and third, respectively. In the females category, Eritrean athletes Rigbe Habteslase and Nethaneguse finished second and third, respectively. The winners were handed over medals by Ms. Asmeret Abraha, Governor of the Northern Red Sea region, Ambassador Zemede Taghla, Commissioner of Culture and Sports, and Colonel Solomon Siyum from National Olympics and Paralympics Committee. On your last local report, at a meeting conducted on 7 February in Keren, the microcredit and saving program in Ansaba region reported that in 2022, the program dispersed 32 million NAFA loan to customers and 25.3 million NAFA has been collected from beneficiaries of the loan. According to a report presented at the meeting, the number of village banks in the region has increased from 137 to 154, and over 11 million Nafa loan has been dispersed to female customers. Indicating that the program is significantly contributing in the livelihoods of customers, Mr. Tafla Asmarom called on the public to take advantage of the opportunity being provided. Mr. Goitom Habtetien, head of the program in the region, said that the objective of the program is to provide loan opportunity with a view to develop the private sector and enable citizens become self-supportive and productive members of the society. Speaking at the occasion, Mr. Kubramner Ayo, Director General of Administration and Finance in the region, pointing out that the program is bringing basic change in the daily lives of the public, expressed readiness of the regional administration to stand alongside the program in all its endeavors. The participants of the meeting conducted extensive discussion on the report presented and adopted various recommendations. And I'll be back with your international reports after the short break. Welcome back. South African President Ramaphosa, amid mounting public anger, has declared a national state of disaster over the country's crippling power crisis, warning that it poses an existential threat to the economy and social fabric. During a State of the Nation address in Cape Town on Thursday, Ramaphosa said the measure would take immediate effect. He stated that the government was in the grip of a profound energy crisis and that the crisis has progressively evolved to affect every part of the society. According to the president, the declaration of state of disaster can lessen the impact of the crisis on farmers, on small businesses, on water infrastructure and transport network. As a result, Ramaphosa's government has come under blistering public wrath, with factories grinding to a halt, crops withering and food rotting. Ramaphosa has faced heavy backlash from the opposition, the Democratic Alliance. The party said the state of disaster would empower the ANC to abuse procurement processes and issue nonsensical regulations that have nothing to do with the electricity crisis, while vowing to challenge the measure in court. On your final report, the United States is violating the principles of market economy and international trade rules in considering a ban on Chinese citizens buying property in the U.S., the Chinese Foreign Ministry says. Spokesperson Mao Ning said at a press briefing today that generalizing the concept of national security and politicizing economic, trade and investment issues is a violation of the rules of market economy and international trade rules. He further added that China-U.S. economic and trade cooperation is mutually beneficial in nature. Over the years, Chinese enterprises have invested in the United States and made important contributions to promoting domestic employment and economic development in the United States. The remarks came in response to a question about some U.S. states considering a ban on Chinese citizens from buying property under the recently filed Texas Senate Bill 147, which would prohibit citizens and business entities from China, Iran, North Korea and Russia from purchasing land in Texas. According to reports, Texas, Florida, Arkansas and several other U.S. states are proposing a bill that would ban Chinese citizens and companies from purchasing land amid rising tensions between the two arch foes. The governor of Texas, a Republican state senator, is proposing to broaden the ban, seeking to stop Chinese citizens and companies from buying land, homes or any other real estate in Texas. You're still watching us on ERi-TV, dear viewers, and now a recap of the major headlines. President Isaias returns home concluding a two-day visit to Kenya. Fenkil Operation commemoration commences today, 10 February. South Africa declares national state of disaster over crippling energy crisis. And Beijing says proposed property ban on Chinese is a violation of market economy rules. Dear viewers, that was it for today. Thanks for watching and have a good one.